Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be back recording live on the Sack the Boss channel. So after an enforced break, I had to get a little bit of surgery done in my mouth, which meant I couldn't really talk. And I'm sure you all know how much I enjoy talking mince. At lunchtime. So yeah, basically docs had said, look, Dale, you need to take a bit of a rest, rest up your mouth. I get some stitches along the inside of my cheek into the gum. So it meant I couldn't really share all the benefits of having that additional income. But today we're back and I've got quite a good, it gave me a lot of time to think, and I've got quite a good message for people, because at the end of the day, a lot of people probably do get sick in their life, and then it maybe impacts your income. And there's definitely a way to protect that. So that's what I want to really kind of look at.
Let's go. Let's go.
First of all, I probably should give a little shout out to the guy who actually gave me that introductory tune. There's a podcast that I watch, and he uses that tune, and I had messaged them on X. He's got like over 1 million followers, and I messaged them on X, and I was like, look, I learn a lot from your podcast. I find it really, really interesting, inspiring, and I'm making money by listening to your podcast. Can I steal your tune? And I thought, there's probably no way he's even going to message me back, because he just got over 1 million followers on X. He'll just blank me. But he actually messaged me back, typical American. He's like, yeah, man, have at it. So I thought that was really nice. So first of all, this is my begging. I can see there's folk watching. Please go and like the video. I'll tell you why. See, because I haven't been live for 2 weeks, what happens with the algorithm? Because like my algorithm was going really well. My reach was really good. And then Doc said, right, Dale, you need to shut your gub for 2 weeks. So because I haven't been doing it, thanks, I can see people are like, that's really appreciated. And a comment as well. I would beg you for a comment. It just helps the algorithm. Because you haven't done anything for 2 weeks, all that happens is the Facebook, it just says, oh yeah, Dale, you've been inactive, so we're not going to show anybody your content. This is how social media works, if you don't know. I've kind of read a lot of books about it. So you have to be consistent. Bit like in business, you have to be consistent, but in social media, you have to be consistent. And the minute you drop the ball on social media, oh, thanks, Yvonne, afternoon. The moment you drop the ball on your social medias, you're almost like going back to zero. So I do understand that although I'm going live later than usual, this won't reach the same amount of people as I would have done 2 weeks ago, purely because I haven't been live. But when I wasn't, when I wasn't here talking to you guys, it reminded me of my days when I used to sell cars. So I worked in Mercedes-Benz and Giffnock. I also worked in Glasgow Audi. Really enjoyed my time in selling cars, worked with some lovely, lovely people, selling some lovely product. But here was always the problem. See, anytime you get a health, thanks whoever just liked there, I really appreciate that. I'd love a comment. Ask me how I'm doing. Don't ask for a picture of the stitches inside my cheek. It will just make you sick. When you used to get sick in cars, here was the problem. You were in a £10,000 basic. That's what I was on when I started in cars. So you're a 10 grand basic, but your OTE, you're trying to earn maybe 50 grand a year. So what it meant is, see, whenever you got sick, you weren't earning. Because if you weren't on the floor in the showroom, if you took the whole calendar month off, the next month, all you're going to get was your basic, which was horrific, 10 grand. So you were getting like, after tax, 600 odd pound hitting your bank. And then that was you. So see, when guys were injured or sick, they were still going into work. I remember a guy crashed a motorbike and he nearly killed himself. And it was a Yamaha R6. If you're into motorbikes, let me know. I think that's a pretty good, it's a sports bike. It was a Yamaha R6. I know that because I was going to buy it myself. And he bought it before me. And he took it away like the Swiss Alps. They went away for 2 weeks and he crashed it. So he was away on his 2-week holiday and he came back and he was in hospital for like a month and a half, 2 months. And then when he was back at work, he was like a Zimmer frame. But he had to come back to work because he needed the money. He needed the money because he wasn't going to get paid when he wasn't at work. And then there was me. I was sitting feeling sorry for myself, and I'm like, oh God, it's going to affect my income. And although it will affect my income because I'm not, hi son, I'm not adding customers and I'm not doing supported appointments, so that does still affect my income. It doesn't affect my main source of income, which is the passive royalty income that you get as a UW partner. And it's why 80 odd thousand people across the UK sign up to UW. It's not because they want to be a utility sales rep. It's because they want that passive royalty income. That means, hi Jackie, thanks for the comment. That means that if you are off your game or you're sick, you still get paid. And having a wee bit of time off, not really doing anything, not because I didn't really post on social media when I wasn't allowed to talk. I was just doing nothing. I've got a new golden retriever puppy, which takes a lot of my time. So I was just spending a lot of time with that, walking the dog. But I was really thankful to have that passive income because if I had been back in Audi, and I remember, I mean, I left the car game in 2018. Now, in 2016, I took a really, really bad, oh, here I go, pure rant. I took a really bad episode of gout. I couldn't walk, literally couldn't even put my shoes on. But I had to go into work, and I was going into my work. I would take my shoe off, and I was walking around with one shoe on, one shoe off, with a three-piece suit on, in the showroom, still at work because I needed the money. I needed to, and because you need to be doing the deals, you need to be converting, you need to be doing the sales. If you want I was 80 odd grand a year when I worked in Audi, so I had you're used to like 5, 6, 7 grand a month coming in. So if you're not in there doing the hours and doing the work, blah blah, then it means instead of getting 7 grand at the end of the month, you're going to get like 1,500 quid. So even when when my gout hit, I had to go in, and again, it then made me think of all those people out there who maybe haven't yet heard of UW, haven't yet heard of passive royalty income, and need to learn about it because it's life-saving. It really is life-saving. An income that you get essentially as profit share from people paying their energy bill, which is it's something everyone has to do. It's not like you can be, and I'm not putting any other companies down. I'm just saying you could be doing a weight loss network marketing business whereby you need to be looking after the customer, maintaining the customer, you need to be doing all your stuff with them, blah, blah, blah. But the minute you stop looking after that customer or giving them the extra service, they'll stop buying the product, which therefore means that you then lose. Hey, Angela. I can share these wee comments. Yeah, it's been a while since 2 weeks. I feel rusty on this. But yeah, product based. I'm not having a go. Everyone's entitled to do whatever they want. It's just my own personal opinion. When you do the product stuff, the problem is you have to service the customer. So if you get sick, you can't service your customers. So therefore, it even affects your income if you're a product-based business. Or maybe you can't look after your team, you can't cuddle them, you can't run stuff, blah, blah, blah. But in a business that's involving energy, broadband, mobile insurance, these are the last direct debits anyone's ever going to cancel. No matter what, even if you're struggling in life financially, when you're looking through, right, shit, I need to save some money, what direct debits can I cancel? You're not, gym, I could probably cancel the gym. Oh, right, okay, aye, that lovely extra food I get delivered, I can cancel that. Yep, I can cancel Laithwaites, the wines that I get every month, I can cancel. Gas, electricity, oh, can I cancel that? Broadband, oh, fuck, I'm not cancelling that. I'm definitely not cancelling my mobile. And that's what I mean. That's where that's the gem in your UW business. So if you're a UW partner and you see this, make sure you understand how lucky you are that the services that you get paid passive royalty income on are services people will always pay for, will always use. So as long as they're on the best value with the best service, then they'll never leave. And if they never leave, you never stop getting paid because you're getting passive royalty income month after month, year after year on essential services that people need, not choose to buy, need. They need it. And that is why I just feel that having a UW business having a network marketing business is important, but a UW one specifically in this kind of world. And as the technology gets on a bit better, it's only going to be more prevalent. But my essentially my income didn't stop, and that was really quite interesting because it means when payday comes on the 21st, I won't be impacted, even though I literally couldn't really do much, and I was sitting in the house feeling sorry for myself. What was the most productive thing I did? I changed the logo on Sack the Boss. You can see it in the top right of the screen. It used to be an S in the middle, like the Superman. And I thought, no, that doesn't represent what we're trying to do. What does Sack the Boss represent? Sack the Boss represents people spending more time with their family and the people that matter to them rather than their boss and the employees that they're forced to work with because they need to keep on turning up to get that wage. And that's where I thought I'm going to stick a wee family in the middle of that logo, because when you get involved, Sack the Boss is just the name of my utility warehouse team. But there's loads of us. We're all across the UK. Every single person I bring into UW, we train, we mentor, we coach them, we upgrade their thinking so that they realise, yeah, it's important to work for money. I'll just share Yvonne's wee good afternoon as well. Thanks for doing that, Yvonne. Yeah, we need money. But working for money is like almost like the worst case scenario. Like if you have to, then yeah, work for money, which is get a job. But when you look at the wealthy people in the world, irrelevant of what business they're in, they are not working for money. They have money working for them because they either have a business that operates without them, or they have assets that pay them dividends, whether they do anything or not, or they've got a network marketing business or a UW business that means that they're getting paid from people's energy bills, and the people that are paying their energy bills are over the moon because they're on the cheapest tariffs. That is how you can protect yourself. And that's why I thought, whether I call this lessons from a forced break, why my income didn't stop when I did. Because I just think that's a really important benefit that people need to understand you can have with this. It's not just about making a quick £300 from helping somebody save money on their bills. It's not just about maybe getting a free luxury family holiday every year as long as you're consistent over the year. It's not about the Teslas. It's not about the BMW Jeeps. It's not about the friendships, although they're important. It's about the security of your family having money coming in that covers your mortgage, covers your rent, covers your utility bills, covers your direct debits, covers your fund money, that no matter what life throws at you, no matter what curveball you get, that you are financially protected. And a job just can't do that. And I say that as somebody who's had a job for 20 odd years. So I'm not like trying to put down a job. I was just a late figure outer that, yeah, go and work for somebody else and build somebody else's dream with your salary, struggle through life, or just have an okay life, or take control. Take control, invest £10 in you, speak to the UW partner that you know, and start building wealth by helping people access free gas and electricity. That's what you get as a UW partner. You can get free gas and electricity every month. Help people get their free gas and electricity, and then help other people get their free gas and electricity. And through that model and through that method, that's what builds that passive royalty income stream, which, as I say, when I think back to my motor trade career when I was off with sickness, the next month would always be horrific. And all the guys in the motor trade, for girls and guys, if you're in the motor trade and you see this, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that's not how it worked. Tell me that the month after your 2 weeks off for the sick, you weren't utterly skint. Because unfortunately, that's how it works in kind of performance-related pay. A taxi driver gets ill, they ain't getting a good wage the next month. Car sales, they ain't getting a good wage. Delivery drivers aren't getting a good wage. If you're a DPD driver, you're not getting your full wage the next month. But if you build an asset that pays you whether you're there or you're not, my God, it's so much more powerful. And that's that's me, really. I was actually, don't know why, nervous to even press live because I hadn't done one in my seat with my, because I use some streaming software. I hadn't done one for 2 weeks. And I was like, oh God, why did I just stop doing them? No, because I enjoy doing them. It's good to talk pish. Plus, what I do realise is I get a lot of people message me privately with various things that I talk about. So it's nice to know that I am actually, believe it or not, I am impacting people. Hopefully for the better. Hopefully for the better. But yeah, listen, happy Thursday. Celtic play tonight. Fingers crossed. Here we go. On the Martin O'Neill. Other clubs are available. Before I start getting any hate, there are other clubs available. And yeah, so it's just good to be back to ball. It's good to feel good. It's always rubbish when you're not feeling up to yourself. Anyway, I think that's all I've got to say. I'll leave you to it.
Let's go.